Hey folks, it's a Koshibusawa production. It's a darn good game, but it's a game that's given me some problems. So here's the deal, folks. I had about a 2.5-hour recording session. Thanks to my mistake, can't blame the emulator or the recording software or anything. I got to a point where I was supposed to save my file, and I just completely deleted it. Totally herping on my end. Second time this has happened since I've started using Camtasia Studios. It would be nice if there was something that popped up when you went to close a window without having saved the file first, where it said something like, are you sure you want to delete it without saving? That would be nice, but I can't act like I didn't go in and actively enter the command to delete the file, so I'm pissed. Lost about 2.5 hours. This is where I was at the end of my last recording session. You might notice that the map looks a little different here. Yeah, look at this. I've taken over a third of China. Well, between a quarter and a third of China. Probably closer to a quarter. In area, the thing is that the cities in some of sections of Wu are pretty far spread out compared to like the Central Plains or whatnot. But yeah, like easily, I'm the largest force on the map, except for maybe Cao Cao. I've got more space and fewer cities. And it's all screwed up. It's all gone. I lost the recording. Some really funny stuff happened there. Recruited quite a few officers, including Jacques Yao. Finally got Zhou Yu's wife working for him. I got like Mr. History Buff was recruited. Go Away, the guy who looks like Nobunaga Oda. He joined my force. I lost the recording. Is that so? It's all gone now. It's screwed up. I can't use it. My save states are arranged in such a way that like all of my save states except one would have involved you guys missing like 3 or 4 or 5 videos worth of footage. I just can't do that. I can't just ask you guys, well, I mean, I could, but I think I'd get some backlash from my fans if I just asked you guys to accept, okay, I took over all these cities, you're not going to see it. Off-screened it. But yeah, it's like, at one point, trading cities with Liu Biao. He was attacking my city. Like, as I was attacking one of his cities, one of his armies marched out. I thought it was to reinforce the city I was attacking. No, he came out. This is one of the problems with this game. He came out and attacked one of my cities while I was attacking his city. So I traded with him. I lost one city and took one of his. Because Zhou Yu can't be at both places at once. And I don't have a lot of options for save states here. This is the one I had to come back and play from. And to tell you the truth, that's not even the real save state. This was the save state I had to I picked up from like around here somewhere. Or is this where I picked up from? Hold on. No, that's Cao Pi. I picked up from a save state and advanced. I made a list. I had a save state. Ugh, I'm blathering now. I had a save state that was actually earlier than when the last video ended. So I made a list of things that happened in that last video, tried to recreate them as best as I could. Basically, I had to retake... Oh, set my controller right here so it's not out of control. Off screen, I took Huoji and Chaisang. You saw those 2 cities taken? I had to go with an earlier save state. If you're really paying attention, you can find it. I actually, on camera, made that save state and commented on it. I commented on how, for some reason, the in-game save feature isn't working. Oh, well, no big deal. I'll make a save state. You can go back and find that if you're interested. That's the point from which I played. I had to redo off-camera everything I did since that point, and I did my best, but it wasn't perfectly recreated. There's a couple of guys I recruited. Hold on here. Let's see if I can't find... you guys get an insider look at my this is the file right here. I knew that I had to hire Mai Jia, hire Yue Ying, conquer Huaji, conquer Chaisang, and hire Jiao Chan. I did all that except hire Jiao Chan. Can't find her. So Jiao Chan has not been hired. Everything else I'd managed to recreate. Did not, however, have the fun of... Oh, I don't even know if this... I think this happened in the video that I didn't lose. If I did lose this, though, we will be sad to find out that I had a duel with Yue Ying. Zhou Yu and Yue Ying had a duel. Yue Ying just went up to Zhou Yu and challenged him to a duel. And I accepted because I was clicking the, proceed through dialogue options buttons as fast as I could. I ended up in a duel with Yue Ying, which I won, and it was a close call. So that was very silly. And that happened. I was not able to rehire Diao Chan, because I couldn't find her. However, I did pick up, and this will annoy these folks. Oh, I did end up hiring Go Away and Revenge Elementa. Hold on. Is this the right slide? It is. I hired Go Away. Sorry you didn't get to see that happening, unless I'm really confused and that already did happen. I hired, I'm looking for... I hired Joe Tai off camera. History Buff. I hired History Buff. History Buff got hired in the 2.5-hour recording session that's been lost to the sands of time, and now he's been hired again off camera. So History Buff, I apologize, he didn't get to see the epic adventure of your own getting hired. But son of Liu Bei, Emperor of Shu, serves as strategist of Sun Tzu. Why? Nobody knows. He's the son of Liu Bei, but he's working for Sun Tzu. So we hired him. Sun Xuan's come to work for us. Yue Ying is working for us now. Valiant officer of Sun Tzu. And now I can't remember if Go Away was hired on camera or not, but I don't think he was. Widely recognized as the greatest warrior in history. Is that so? But I don't have Jia Qiao. I had a really good recording session. It went really well. I managed to finally get... I attacked using a small enough force that Sun Tzu... Like, I took over a city. He let me take over. He let me actually become prefect of the city I conquered. I think it was Ling Ling. And then I got into this game where I was taking over cities, but he would keep saying... When I tried to transfer my government there, I kept refusing, saying that, oh, we need the cities, the soldiers in Ling Ling. So eventually... I had to, in order to become prefect of Ling Ling, I had to attack with a really small force, because he kept saying I would attack from my current home city, which is Jianye, and he would say, no, the troops are needed in Jianye, we can't spare them, therefore you cannot take over Ling Ling. Eventually I attacked Ling Ling with a really small contingent, so he let me take those troops and run Ling Ling. I built it up into a medium-sized city. It had like a full-size force of like 100,000 troops. And I started attacking all over and conquering lots of territories, but he wouldn't let me move my government. Eventually, I was ordered to become prefect of a city. Like, I asked if I could... I attacked the city, I took over. It was one of Liu Biao's cities. I think it was Jianling, but it might have been Jiangjia. Either way, I took over the city, defeated his armies, asked to transfer my government there. He said no. Then I received the order to transfer there. And what I found out the difference was is that I took over the city with Zhou Yu and 1 or 2 officers, but 0 troops. There was suddenly 100,000 troops in Ling Ling, which were behind at that point. These cities had also been taken over, Changsha and Wuling. So it was like these 2 cities here, barricade, 100,000 troops behind our lines, and I have no troops on the front line. And that was what I was facing and trying to sort of figure out how am I going to salvage this when I ended the recording session, and that recording session has now been lost to my great irritation. It also means that I will, quite possibly, as I'm going through this recording session, I'll forget to tell you stuff, because that's stuff that I was like, I already explained that, didn't I? Yeah, I did during the recording session that was lost. What you gonna do, folks? Anyway, the other thing is that I never got the Tu Qiao's marriage event. And I didn't get the Tu Qiao's marriage event because I moved out of Jianye. I think you need to be in Jianye for that to kick in. So, although I was really happy with the speed at which I was getting through the game, the progress I was making, maybe I got too full of myself because I was taking over a bunch of cities that were either not defended at all or were held by minor lords like Liu Biao. He's not a minor lord, but he's not one of the stronger lords. And of course, Shi Ji, or as I had been calling him amusingly, Shitty. I took over like his empire and whatever. So that was fine. But yeah, I was really full of how well things were going, when in fact I probably shouldn't have been all that hot about him. The other thing that happened in that video, which is now lost, is that Cao Cao attacked and took Anding from Shi Grimmeth. Then the city was sacked by bandits, and it became a neutral city again, because Cao didn't have a very large force here. It was attacked by bandits and destroyed. And Shi Grimmeth never retook it. So Shi Grimmeth lost one of his 2 cities and then spent the entire rest of that recording session, as far as I can make out, just sitting there. Then he signed mutual alliances with Liu Yan and Zhang Lu, which basically meant he was just sitting here with no place to expand to, because he wouldn't expand back here, because Cao Cao apparently had his eye on it. Not as far as I could tell fighting with Ma Teng. So, sadly, if that same pattern holds true this time, Shi Grimmeth's force looks like it's going to be... I was kind of interested to see how it was going to do. Really didn't do much of anything. Anyway, here we are in Jianye. So what do we want to do? Well, I want to take over some cities, damn it. I can show you guys the Tuqiao marriage event from the menu screen without earning it in-game. It'd be nice to earn it in-game, but I'm not too worried about it. Please don't everybody occupy Jian An. No, it's not the proper time. Alright. Let's build a camp. That will lower enemy forces' revenue. Please order me to build a camp at Rujuko. Now it's not the proper time. Well, what do you want me to do? We've got 5 units, which is all we can have, because this is still not a medium-sized city. Alright, well maybe I need to start working on improving our domestics. Maybe we need to have a full-size city. Please tell me to develop technology. No. He doesn't want me to do anything I want to do. Sensei, why would you let me do what I want to do? You're not my real dad. Apparently I can't raise... I don't know what he wants me to do. We need to raise technology so that I can expand the city. Maybe he'll let me hire an officer? Lu Meng is in Gui. He'd be good. He'd be a good hire. He defeated Guan Yu. Master Lu Meng would surely be a fine addition to our forces. Please allow me to employ Master Lu Meng. Certainly, you understand events well. He's gonna let me do something anyway. I should probably think about hanging around in. He's in Nanhai. I should probably think about hanging around in this city until I got that Tuqiao's marriage event, though. 17 days, yikes. Eating up a lot of time. But Lu Meng will be worth it. Lu Meng's a super badass, awesome dude. Oh, that's true. You nice weather today, isn't it? You can work for us, understood. Alright. I love it when a plan comes together. I'm not gonna bother to spy it here. My lord, Lu Bu is executed by Cao Cao's army. Zhang Liao of Lu Bu's army appears to have joined Cao Cao's army. I made this joke already, and I had. I guess I shouldn't. I don't need to confess this anymore. But I had one video that went so poorly for me within the first few minutes that I just scrapped it. And this happened to happen in that video. So this will be like the 3rd time that I've made this joke. But I'm going to pretend that it's brand new. Shoyu is so completely stunned. He's so gobsmacked by this news. He can't even say ... This is how blown away he is by the news. Anyway. Here's Yujin, the guy that I defeated in a duel, I believe. And he doesn't want to work for me. What about this guy? Huang Fu Song. Huang Fu Song is the brother of River Song, who's married to Doctor Who. He doesn't want to work for us either. And it really is useful to get officers. Because there's going to come a point where I'm running my own city and I need officers just to, you know, improve farm and stuff like that. I hope we get the chance to talk so leisurely again soon. There's nothing leisurely about it, Joe. You were like smashing the buttons to make it go faster. I was kind of insulted. He doesn't want to waste time talking to me. Neither does he. You guys are probably thinking the same thing. I don't want to waste time watching JD pretend to talk to Chinese officers. Ah, geez. See, I hate it. I get into this pattern where now I've spent so much time trying to hire them, I can't just give it up. Now we're trusted friends. Surely you'll work with me now that I'm your trusted friend. Yeah, there we go. I don't really care about the other guy, so I'm gonna call this one a victory. After all, I got Lu Meng. That's what I really came for. No, I don't want to enter non-high. I want to return to base. And he just appointed a prefect of the city I took over, and assigned all the people that I just hired. You're just messing with me now, Sun Tzu. We're supposed to be brothers, man. Anyway, Lu Bu's dead. So that's a huge event, although it doesn't impact Bu that much. Alright. I don't know how much higher my events need to get before, or deeds need to get before I can show you how good for you. I managed to pull in Mr. Lu Meng. I know you did. I already reassigned him. Participate in attack on Changsha. Yeah. He's finally going to let me raise tech, but I think I need to participate in an attack. That'll be a lot more interesting for you guys to watch. Understood, my lord. And it'll give me enough deeds to get a higher class. Tsu's army has taken Hainai. Is that the end of that force there? Yep. Chang Yang's army has been completely destroyed. Now we're attacking an unoccupied city. That's always fun. Unoccupied city. Maybe I shouldn't have bothered to participate in this battle. It's really not going to be that exciting, is it? Yeah, that was like no deeds at all. And he just turned that city over to somebody else without even giving me a chance. I'm really getting passed over in this army. We're supposed to be sworn brothers. Don't you remember when we were like, hey, let's go hire Taishi too? Yeah, that video just went public. I know I'm several videos in, but that video only went public today. I really enjoy the comments I got back on that one. I know I openly favor Woe the Vulture, but he made a comment along the lines of Sun Tzu saying, I would like to meet Taishi Tsi, Eric Idle dressed as a fairy, and so you shall. Which is like the best comment I've ever received on any video ever. Please let me increase tech. Thank you. Because now I can turn this into a big city and get a lot of deeds for doing that. And I'll also just make this a much better city. In the city. Shiha Yuan's troop has built a camp, okay. Huh? Yep. Don't care. Okay. Hey, Huang Yueying. Oh, you're here? Would you like to have a duel? I'd rather not waste my time talking to you, loser. I don't want to talk to you. Well, go away is nice. He'll talk to me, but I've already got all the friendship with him I could ever need, so let's waste a whole bunch more money to get the technology. Okay. Yeah, see? They're not being aggressive enough. Shitty just took a city. And now we've got an alliance with Yuan Shao, which I don't really care about, but whatever. Okay, well, apparently somebody else already increased the technology, so that was just a waste of 400 gold, but I have received excellent results. Hey, and he gave me some small amount of gold. Your substantial contribution to our force cannot be denied here by raising to class 5. Alright. I want to expand the scale of Jianye, and then maybe I'll suggest that attack later, and it can happen. That'll be cool. Show you I ordered to expand Jianye. Yes, sir. Leave it to me. And I've been given the gold to do it, which is good, because otherwise I would be totally screwed here. This costs like 5,000 gold. But it'll be a lot of deeds. It seems that Yuan Shao's army is captured Yijing. The Gongzuns are putting up a decent fight, but they're definitely going down. And he's a Grand General. He's a Protector. We need to hurry up and take... we need to take him out before he can expand too much. He won't be a serious threat to us, but he will be a pain in the ass. Shao Chun's spy has been discovered. That's a shame. And this is going to take forever, of course. Shigrima's trooper, Shigrima's army has built a camp. Good. Maybe that'll help you defend things better than you did last time when the video that was destroyed. The city looks so much more impressive now. Excellent. And there's history buff. Relying only on strength in battle is the surest sign of an amateur. Even Sun Tzu wrote that... Sun Tzu wrote... It should be Sun Tzu. What the hell? Wrote that duplicity can win wars. Yeah, we managed to keep a strained conversation. And now we're acquainted. My lord, troubling news. Yuan Shu of Shao Chun has declared himself emperor. What? He has not yet earned the people's trust to make such a move. This is political suicide. Thus, Yuan Shu declared himself Scroop and named his kingdom Scroop. But just as his vassals had feared, Yuan Shu had not yet gained the trust of the people. His ascension was widely criticized, and the people quickly labeled him as a pretender to the throne. The kingdom of Scroop had quickly become a target for neighboring powers. I think we ought to turn on him at this point, but I happen to know, because it happened as an automatic historical event in the video that was lost, it won't really matter very shortly. I've been waiting for you all on your duty. I successfully managed to expand the city and increase its scale. Thank you. 250 deeds? That really wasn't worth it. Okay, let's participate in this attack. Yes, sir, leave it to me. Oh, we're attacking Liu Biao's army, so this will be a lot more interesting. Then Shigrimath is still doing stuff. Oh, we should attack Jianling. Oh, apparently it's not being defended. So I guess we attacked one of their cities, but there were no units there. Well, get 3 deeds for that. People of Anding are revolting. I know, I've seen them. And there will be no assembly because we're the first of the years gone by while we were traveling. Well, this sucks. My lord, Liu Bei has met with the Emperor and has been accepted as a member of the Imperial family. Liu Bei is now the Imperial uncle. Was discovered to be an uncle to the Emperor by blood, much to the joy of His Majesty. And the Emperor used to call him Nuncle, which I think is weird, but so Master Liu Bei has gained favor with the Emperor. Later, Liu Bei was charged with the campaign against Cheng's army, and he entered Jiaopei. However, Cheng's army began to crumble from within, and Yuan Shu is said to have died while fleeing. The Imperial seal that was in Yuan Shu's possession is said to have been delivered to Cao Cao. A rather tragic end for one who once possessed enough power to declare himself Scroop. And there you go, folks. Those cities, Liu Biao's cities, are now gone. I am going to suggest something, and it will probably be rejected, but damn it, this is a good idea. We need to take those cities now. The order will occupy Shaochun. Now is not the proper time. Damn it! Listen to me, I'm your brother. I'm smarter than you. Can't tell you how many times I've had to tell my brother that exact same thing, and for some reason he just doesn't like it when I phrase it that way. Nope, he won't let us do it. If I had my own city, I could do it. I could lead the attack myself. I wouldn't need Sun Tzu's permission if I was a prefect of a city. But as it is, no. It's like he won't let me do anything. Seriously, just... That's it. I don't need anybody's help. I'll just take one unit out there and do it. Let me do it. Oh, son of a bitch. The other thing I could try to do is order a, Oh, I can't order a campaign. My sovereign's title is too low. I really, because I want to get my own city. I can start making a much bigger difference in the game once I have my own city. Okay, this he'll let me do. I don't know why he wouldn't let me do anything else, but... Yan's troops. Okay, so they're fighting up there in the Northland. Shiju gong gong go, shiju gong gong. I guess I'll try to do that. Where is he at? He's in Wu. That should be a simple matter. Go hire some dude in Wu. I think I can handle that. I am Zhou Yu. I'm glad to meet you. Oh, so you're Master Zhou Yu. I've heard about him. Glad to meet you. My name is Zhu Gong. Zhu Gong Gong Go. Zhu Gong Gong. Ah, this is like a traitor. Yeah. Oh, I remember this guy in the novel. He's a bit of a bastard. He was trying to betray Wu, and we're gonna go ahead and try to hire him anyway, even though he's a bastard. He was trying to, like, you know, inform Cao Cao that Sun Tzu was a threat. But and then when Sun Tzu punished him for it, guys who were loyal to him wounded Sun Tzu. And those were the wounds that Sun Tzu died of. Although in the novel, of course, they have this whole story about a sorcerer that Sun Tzu offended. And he had this guy executed, even though he was supposedly helping the people. But it was the wounds that he received from those guys that actually did it. It's just that the wounds opened up and Sun Tzu died. And they opened up because, you know, he offended a sorcerer man. So, here's the guy who's going to lead to the death of Sun Tzu. Let's hire him. Master Zhu Gong, will you try your strength in service to my lord? I understand. I shall do all in my power to get Sun Tzu killed. Excellent. Maybe once I get into Jianye... It's like every time I do another mission, I'm hoping that Sun Tzu will decide to actually let me do the things that I want to do. Jiao. But I do generally enjoy hiring people because I find that having lots and lots of officers is a good thing. It's a problem if you have too many officers and not enough cities because you're not bringing in enough gold, but once you've expanded to several cities like this, the number of officers you can support increases exponentially. And officers really are, having a lot of officers are the key to being able to grow and manage armies, which is the key to winning the game. I'm a jerk and I don't want to talk to you. Let's make time for good detailed discussion. Sure, and where shall we begin? They managed to keep a strained conversation going. It was fantastic. Hey, the Gongzuns are fighting back a little bit. That's pretty cool. What brings you here? And how can I waste your time by refusing to talk to you? Alright, now we're friends. Come join us, yes. Excellent. Now, I will have plenty of time to explain this once I have my own city again. I say again, because of course I lost 2.5 hours of footage, during which time I became a prefect. But having a lot of fame is important, because once you become the prefect of a city, the peasants will start requesting you do things. There's nothing wrong with them except that they eat up your time, and when you comply with their requests to, like, improve the roads and whatever, it eats up time. It doesn't really gain you anything, so I always like to refuse. And the game's way of showing that the people are unhappy is for your fame to decrease. So I kind of like to build up fame as much as I can, because once you become Prefect, your fame starts getting constantly eroded unless you agree to waste tons of time complying with peasant requests that don't really improve the city. Yay! He just has lots of people that he wants us to hire. I'm quite pleased, no? It seems like you are hungry for talents. Let's go welcome Taishi T. A whole fleet of dudes traveling around. History buff, Kong Jiao, Kiao Da. So I gotta get to Changsha. That's 10 days away. So once I've taken over, or once I've got this guy, I really do need to consider just getting back into the business of asking for, Yay, you agreed to join us right off the bat. Excellent. You're the jerk who wouldn't join us before, and you still don't want to talk to me, but you know what? I'm not even falling into the trap of trying to hire you. Forget it. So I've basically just become Sun Tzu's headhunter at this point. Just going around getting people to sign up for his company. It's like, better take care of my report. Show you, I've been waiting. How about your duty? Well, I've got another person signed up for our Wu Pyramid scheme. Excellent. Okay, he doesn't want me to do anything I particularly want to do, so we'll go back to trying to get him to let me take over a city. Yeah, he's actually going to do it. Shojun will fall even if I, Zhou must give my life. And I'm doing it with a very small army, so this might actually go really poorly. Oh, I hope I don't fail here. You can fail even when attacking an empty city, because the city won't be empty. There might be units there. They're just not working for any particular ruler. But there's no officers to command them. They won't let you... Okay, never mind. They won't let you watch the battle. You will do it. It will be an auto battle, but you can still lose, which means that you destroy the unit that you went with and you lose some fame. Our assignment is complete. Everyone, thank you for our assignment is complete. I do want to become the new Prefect. Come on. That's why I took a small force, Sun Tzu. Oh well. Still, this city went to Cao Cao last time, so I'm glad I was able to convince him to let me take it. This might plunge us into war with Cao Cao early. It might be not a good idea. My lord, Liu Bei's army has occupied GFP and has declared independence from Cao Cao's army. Ah, Liu Bei's army, eh? Liu Bei's army has now formed an alliance with Yuan Shao's army to stand against Cao Cao's army. Interesting. Well, if you're not going to let me take over that city, how about letting me take over this city? He appears to want to make peace with this guy. Although I bet you if I offer to go spy on him... Oh, never mind, he will let me attack. I figured I would have to spy on it before he would let us attack. Let's attack! Oh, but you know what? Time for the video to be over. Yeah, I don't want to let these videos get out of hand. Alright, folks. Well, we've already taken a city or two, or three, during this video, but we didn't manage to actually see any battles. When we come back, we're going to rectify that. I'm sure that Jizzy has some forces in that city, and we'll get to fight them in the next video. And hopefully I'll get to become Prefect eventually. Otherwise, I'm just going to take over all of southern China without ever getting to run my own city. Bummer. Anyway, folks, this has been Mysterious JG. I want to thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.